Hey man, say man, what's going on YouTube? Today we got modern life is designed to break you. Now, if y'all don't know what the fuck this video is talking about, you gotta be a fucking bot NPC or you just got the IQ of a fucking rock. But bro, basically modern life is basically meant to fuck you over. Yeah. It really is, man. We finna just dive into this video, man. Everything said in this video is for educational purpose only. Like, comment, subscribe, man. We finna hit 5,000 and 10,000 and 15 and 20 and 50 and a million and yeah. Hey, let's watch this, bro. Hey, for real though, let's go and watch this shit together, man. I love y'all, man. Come on.
Modern life is designed to break you. And no, I don't mean that in a poetic, metaphorical way. I mean literally. Your job, your relationships, your lifestyle, even your sense of self. All of it is set up in a way that's meant to drain you. In a way that makes you feel like you're constantly behind, constantly not enough, constantly stuck, and constantly not as good as other
Yep, and that's the game. You have to beat it.
people around you. And if you feel that way, it's probably not your fault. We're all going through something like this. Aside from the top 0.001% of people in wealth and status, I guarantee you that we're all going through something similar like this. It's not just dysfunctional, it's intentional. On a macro level, it's almost like there's a system in place, some kind of weird partnership between corporations, government, and just the overall culture that's been designed to keep you alive just long enough to milk your money and drain your life force in the process. Is it just me who feels that way, or have you kind of started to see the same thing too? I mean, something like that sounds extreme, but if you zoom out, I think that's exactly what it looks like. This system, if we should call it that, it's built for productivity, not people, for profit, not peace. And the craziest thing
It's all about the dollar at the end of the day. They're gonna get it no matter what. Literally, no matter what.
is that if you're not breaking under the weight of it all, then that probably means you're numbing yourself just enough to get by. And that's what they want.
Yeah.
If you've ever wondered why you feel so disconnected from the world around you, why work feels so pointless, why dating feels like a rigged game, and why even basic happiness seems like something that's so difficult to achieve, you're not alone and you're not fucking crazy. The truth is that the world has changed, but we never got the memo. No one taught us that. And we find ourselves still trying to live out meaningful lives in a system that's quietly stripped away everything that used to make life meaningful. And while we're constantly told to just work harder and grind and hustle, the truth is that it's tough for most of us.
I wouldn't even say work hard. You just gotta think outside the box, gang. Most niggas just be thinking within what niggas give them. You gotta go out and do something else, bro. You gotta do something different.
If it were just myself going through this, I wouldn't have the arrogance to talk about this topic. It's only because I know that a lot of people, especially young guys my age, were feeling overwhelmed and just quietly wondering, like, is this all there is to life? And I think no one wants to say this kind of stuff aloud because doing so feels like admitting defeat. But someone needs to talk about it. And I feel fine with doing that because I don't see it as defeat. I see it as awareness, and awareness is the first step to breaking free. Because what we're up against isn't just a country, a corporation, or a culture. I can't even explain it, but it just seems like some kind of machine that's designed to keep you constantly tired, consuming, and distracted from what's really going on.
Damn.
I feel like the most obvious problem nowadays is work and your career. For one, even just getting a job nowadays. It's like playing a slot machine that only pays out if you have a master's degree and already 5 years of experience for an entry-level job. Some of the demands you see on job applications is just crazy nowadays. It's hyper competitive, it's cutthroat, and thanks to AI, things are about to get even worse. It's already hard enough to compete with other people around
And now your ass fuck could ChatGPT. You finna take 80% of y'all jobs.
you in a globalized economy, but soon it's not just going to be other people. You're going to be competing against robots too. Machines that don't sleep, don't eat, don't get sick, don't take days off, and don't require money to survive. If a corporation can cut costs and get the same efficiency or even better, why the fuck would they not do it? It seems like the job market is just evolving faster than we can adapt, and most of us are left scrambling to catch up if you're not like the top 0.1% of talent. But let's say you do go through all that hassle of applying to the job, and you do get it. Congrats, what's next? You get to work 9 to 5 for the next 40 years of your life while the government takes your taxpayer money and sends it to Israel, giving your entire life and your energy to a company that can just let you go without warning if they ever wanted to. But during the time that you are lucky,
Exactly, bro. That's all what I be saying, cause like you nigga be working for money, but you need to let money work for you, gang. Money works for you. You don't work for money. Money is a tool, and you're the one using it. That's what it is, gang. If you're not able to see money like that, gang, I don't think you will ever be able to even get out of this. Modern life is designed to break you. Gotta have your different mindset, bro.
Lucky enough for them to allow you to work for them. You spend your days doing tasks that just feel meaningless, sitting in
Right.
boring meetings, writing mundane emails, and overall just pretending to care about things you don't really care about, if we're being honest. Also, you can do what? Afford rent, food, a house, groceries, a Netflix subscription. It just becomes a cycle of living to work and working to live. But what's the point in all that? It feels like there's no dignity in it anymore. And unlike in the past, not even like a sense of stability. Again, the global marketplace is more competitive than ever, and companies have more reasons than ever to fire you without warning. The whole process of going through like a normal job and career, it just feels like endless resumes, endless rejections, and the looming fear of falling behind. But what's worse is that in the past, there was at least reason to justify living that way. They sold you the dream of a stable career with a pension and a paid off house, but it's 2025 and it seems like that whole thing is a relic of the past.
Right. It is, bro. Come
In
on,
the
man.
past, most people worked normal jobs and lived normal lives, but they had something to live for, something deeper, a family, a relationship, neighbors and friends around you, a community, a nice little house in the suburbs with the white picket fence and all that.
How you nigga be working for Zah, pussy, shit, staying in your mama house, so you ain't really paying that much on bills. Like, why you nigga be living, bro? Y'all gotta switch up what you living for, man. Have purpose, bro.
It wasn't necessarily glamorous, but it gave life structure and it gave the average person something to live for and something that they could realistically achieve within their lifetimes.
Right.
But now, that vision is practically a fantasy. It's very hard to be just a normal person in today's world and succeed and be happy. Everything has changed. For example, with the prices nowadays, home ownership is out of reach for most young people unless you inherit wealth or get incredibly lucky. Starting a family feels like an impossible task when you're living alone or with roommates and rent takes up half your paycheck. Even if you do try your best to live the American dream of that previous era while working a normal job, it would cost so much to raise just one kid, let alone three or four like many families used to have in previous generations. But even dating, which is the starting point to get to all of that, has completely fundamentally changed.
Brain rot. Y'all nigga be watching too much porn. Don't go out and talk to bitches. Man, and when y'all do talk to bitches, the only thing on your mind is fucking. Literally, bro. Like, y'all don't be thinking about building. You don't be thinking about doing this. You don't be thinking about doing that. And then same with the females, man. Like, the whole generation, y'all mindsets is just off. That's why niggas can't even succeed or do what they want to do. Because you not even in alignment with it at all. Cooked.
Back then it was simple. People dated within their communities. There were natural opportunities to meet people through things like friends, school, church, or just hanging around the neighborhood when people went outside and cities were walkable. But now, everything is digital. You see those graphs about how online dating has just skyrocketed in recent years. Relationships, something that used to be deeply meaningful to us as people, it's just been turned into a fucked up game. Swiping, ghosting, algorithms, ELO scores. What the fuck, dude? It's harder than ever to find someone who wants to build a future together with you, let alone
Stop searching for it, bro. Work on yourself. Listen to me. Just work on yourself. And that shit will come to you, bro. And you won't even realize it until it really is in your face. And you be like, damn, this is what I've been trying to chase. And the whole time I could have just been doing this. And I found, yes. Yes, gang. Just work on yourself, bro. That's all I'm going to say. That's the key to finding love is yourself. You have to love yourself.
someone you connect with on a deeper level. And dating is extremely tough, especially if you're a young guy in this era. It just feels like you're playing a game that's stacked against you. Dating apps have basically ruined everything. Sure, they've made it more convenient, but they've also made it way more superficial. Your face and your height are what you get judged on. And if you don't look a certain way, you're practically invisible. You can be a kind, thoughtful, intelligent person, but if your photos don't scream 6 foot tall with a chiseled jawline, good luck. Good luck.
You got to get out more, bro. Literally, you have to get out more. That's just all a facade. It's just on the screen, gang. You have to get out more so they actually can feel who you truly are. Otherwise, gang, you're going to be relying on a picture to talk for you. Who the fuck wants to do that? Go out in the real world, nigga.
Luck with that. And even if you do match with someone, the odds of it going anywhere meaningful are so slim. It seems like everyone's dating with one foot out the door already, and especially girls who have so many options on these dating apps. It's like trying to pick from a buffet. Everyone wants to keep their options open. Everyone wants to find the best person on paper instead of finding a person who's good enough and then trying to build the best relationship from that.
Exactly what I just said, bro.
So, long story short, we've gamified human connection, and in doing so, we've made it disposable. That's why more people are lonelier than ever, both guys and girls. That's why our mental health is worse than ever on a societal level. It's all just a system of endless short-term interactions. Cheap thrills, no depth, no commitment, just the next swipe. Everything is surface level, and it seems like we're losing the ability to connect with people in any real, lasting way. And part of it is because even the cultural messaging has shifted. A lot of people, but especially women nowadays, are encouraged to prioritize career and independence over everything else. Like, I want to be a boss babe. And that's fine if that's genuinely what you want to do. Like, no one's here to judge your life preferences. But if we're just being honest, it's led to a dynamic where relationships are seen as optional, even burdensome. And again, while some people might enjoy that freedom, I feel like a lot of us are afraid to admit it, but on a deeper level, we're craving something more. And that gives rise to the loneliness epidemic, as everyone likes to call it. It's so ironic that we're the most connected generation in history, but also the loneliest. You see the studies about people who say they feel like they're chronically lonely, and the numbers are only going up. Social isolation is really like a public health crisis, but no one's talking about it because no one wants to admit their problems. Because I feel like people think that's embarrassing to admit, but just being real, most people that I know live alone, work alone, scroll alone, and just aren't in relationships either, at least not long term. Me and my friends spend way too much time sending each other reels on Instagram, but even though we're technically connected through our phones, it's not genuine.
Because it's not genuine. You just said it. It's not genuine. Do some genuine shit, and genuine shit will come to you. You are what you attract. If you doing fake shit all day, what you think you gonna attract? Fake shit, gang. Come on now, fool. Do some real, genuine ass shit, bro. And you will get genuine results.
And in general, just through social media, we find ourselves watching other people live their lives while quietly wondering why ours feel so empty. But the truth is that everyone's feeling empty, it's not just you. Even the ones who post how glorious their lives are on their stories and Facebook pages. And again, the lack of third spaces is another reason. Most people's lives nowadays are just condensed to you work, you go home, you scroll or watch Netflix or some shit. Cities aren't really walkable. It seems like everyone's in their own little bubbles. There's not too many socially acceptable places where you can just talk to people or just hang out or meet someone new. Everyone seems isolated and atomized. And then you wonder, why does life feel so hollow? But the answer is obvious. It's because we're not meant to live like this.
Of course not.
But even if everything does seem to work out for you on the surface, like you have a job, you have a partner, you're planning for the future, how do you afford everything? Housing prices, like I mentioned earlier, are going insane. The cost of food is rising. I show this picture all the time, but I've seen eggs that are selling for like $18 at my local grocery store. And all this time, wages are barely budging. It's not like wages are increasing so much to make up for it. Most young adults today just will never be able to match the buying power of their parents. And meanwhile, every aspect of life is being turned into a payment plan right in front of our eyes. You don't buy a car anymore, you lease it. You don't buy a service anymore, you have to subscribe to it. Even when I go on Amazon, which is supposed to be for like one-time purchases, I see all these options for like subscribe and save, where they deliver that thing like every few weeks or something. You're being conditioned to normalize renting out your life, but there's no alternative, so you keep on paying. The system is rigged for dependency, and those big companies just make more and more money off of you. It's not like I can just use a flip phone instead of an iPhone. And the looming threat of all this is that, especially in a country like America, a single emergency, like a medical bill, it can set you back months, even years in some cases. So for many people, the idea of saving up for wealth, it feels like a joke. No matter how well off you are, if you're not in like the 0.1% of earners, you're essentially in survival mode. And when you're in survival mode, it's hard to find actual joy and achieve your true potential in everything. No time for passion, no time for a dream, just time to go to work and scroll on social media.
So use that time to go to work, and when you get off work, scroll on social media. Use something to try to get out of that fucking bullshit. Please, don't just use the rest of your time just bullshit, gang. And it's don't say it's not your fault, cause most of the shit be y'all fault. Y'all don't even be realizing it, fool. But we gonna talk about that.
I feel like I've been all over the place in this video, but the bottom line I'm trying to get across is that the things that used to give people a sense of happiness, like community, connection, stability, family, purpose, raising a child, those things are no longer guaranteed to us, and it's not even close to that, honestly. And the system didn't give us anything meaningful to replace those things with. Instead, it gave us screens, it gave us social media, it gave us hustle culture, it gave us endless content and dopamine hits. Every app you use is designed to keep you distracted. Even the news cycle is meant to keep you scared. I go on YouTube, and a lot of my YouTube feed nowadays is just bombarded with what's going on in the world, when it's not like I searched for that shit in the first place. The content machine is engineered to keep you scared, and when you're scared, you're more likely to listen to what the powers that be tell you. It seems like we're being kept stimulated just enough to never question why we're unhappy. And when we do it, we're told that we're the problem, that we're lazy or entitled or not trying
Don't fall into the bullshit, then, bro. That's all I gotta tell you, gang.
hard enough or just too negative. But that's not the truth. The truth is that Gen Z, or whatever you want to call it, we're still trying. It's not like an entire generation of people just got lazy overnight all of a sudden. Some might say we're trying harder than any generation before us, at least on the mental.
Stop lying to yourself, gang. You know what the fuck folks in the. I ain't even finna get into that, gang. This is easy work. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Mental side of things, but we're getting less in return. The game has changed, the ship has sailed, and the rules are different than what it used to be. And if you've ever personally felt like you're not built for this world, something just feels off, I just want to say that it's probably not you. Stop blaming yourself. You're conditioned to want to blame yourself, but it's not always your fucking fault. In the
Is
end,
it?
there's no perfect answer, but if modern life is designed to break us, then the only way forward is to stop letting it. And by that I mean to try to at least build something different. Why play by the rules of a game that's rigged against you to begin with? Maybe it's not the right time to just sit back and accept the hand that was dealt to you. Maybe it's time to fight back, but in your own way. Because maybe the solution isn't to play a broken game harder. Maybe it's to build a new game, and that's
It's the fucking cheat. Use cheat codes, little nigga. God damn, bro. Life is a game, bro. Use the cheat codes that you know that you can use, gang. Look up some cheat codes, bro. That's all I gotta say, man.
what I'm trying to do for myself. If you've watched till here, I can share some stuff about my personal worldview. Over the course of my life, I've been hurt to the point where I've accepted the fact that I will never be able to live the life that I used to imagine. I'm someone who's not built to succeed in this modern world. I'm extremely short and I'm not attractive in a world that prioritizes your superficial features. My mind works very differently than a lot of people, like I'm neurodivergent. I've never fit in. I've never been successful with girls. I've always felt like an outcast. I was a good student until I wasn't and started to really struggle with that to the point where my stress and anxiety over school made me physically sick. I'm also just not the type of person who does well in very structured environments like an office. I feel like almost everything in my life has sort of set me up for failure. And all of that, again, just means that I'm not the type of person who can succeed trying to live a normal life in this world. But maybe that's okay, because the result of all that is that I've stopped comparing myself to other people. I've stopped chasing what I'm supposed to want because I feel like I can see through the trap of it all. And instead I'm focused on building something that feels right for me, no matter what other people think. Because fuck that, I'm not gonna succeed in their world anyways, so I might as well try to succeed in my own. Because if you're also like me, if you also feel like the world is broken some way, or if you just don't fit in, maybe the solution isn't to play the rigged game harder. It's to build a new game for yourself. That doesn't mean it's easy, but if you're doing that, or at least trying to find a way to exist in this world without losing yourself completely and kind of are able to see the things going on around you for what they are at least, then I think you're doing better than you realize. You're not broken, you're just awake. Was that a hard quote to end it? I like that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, if
Man, bro, if y'all enjoyed this video and if you had anything to say, bro, like, comment, subscribe, and comment what you think niggas can do to get out of this rat race, man, to get out of this bullshit. Cause niggas like this, bro, I don't really get it, man. Like, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but bro, it get to a point you just gotta get sick of this shit, fool. Like, do something, bro. You gotta start from within. Then this shit gonna start to pour without. That's all I gotta say, man. But look though, like, comment, subscribe, bro. I'm out there. I love y'all, man. Peace.